Hello, greetings, salutations, welcome to the weekend, as they say out there on the playground. How are you? Are you unwinding after a long day of working at home? Or maybe you have the luxury of working outside. Are you a fruit merchant? Do you sell vegetables, radishes, onions, tomatoes, maybe corn? It's coming into season soon. If so, it is now your time to relax, unwind, get cozy, because I am James, you are you, we are here for another edition of At Home with James. And something tells me tonight is going to be a doozy. Something tells me tonight is going to be a dilly of a pickle. And why? Why would I think such a thing? It's just a run-of-the-mill Friday. We've done countless Friday episodes. I think this is episode 124. I can't do the math. That means we've done many Fridays up to this point. I'm going to tell you why I think tonight's Friday edition of the show has got a bit of specialness in the air. There's a luster that is shining. A hue is coming off of tonight's show. Folks, it is my last ever episode broadcasting to you as a 32-year-old. Now, certainly you've been here throughout the week. You know that I've been going on and on and on about my itsy bitsy birthday. Truth be told, I don't really care that much about my birthday. I don't like doing things for my birthday all that much, a lot of pressure. It's a lot of unwanted pressure. I can tell you safely that when I go to bed every year on September 5th and I lay my tiny little head onto my pillow, and I just want to segue here, I think I need a new pillow. I've been waking up and I've been having a sore jaw in the morning. Either that or I'm clenching my mouth at night due to stress that I've yet to unpack. We'll talk about that later. Or the legendary James therapy episode that may or may not happen. But I digress. When I put my little head on my pillow every September 5th, I think, yes, it's over now. The attention, messages, all of the Facebook posts from people that don't talk to you ever. We all do it. We turn on Facebook, we look at the corner, top right corner, and we see that Brian Clientele has a birthday today. I wish that I had a friend named Brian Clientele. And what do? We post on Brian's wall. I want to challenge you. If you're one of these people that just arbitrarily posts on people's Facebook page on their birthday, go look at your friendship with that person to see how your birthday messages differentiate or don't differentiate from year to year. Is it just happy birthday, exclamation point, or happy birthday, comma, Brian, exclamation point? Get a little creative. That's all these people are asking. I like to get creative with my birthday messages. And guess what? I'm just contributing to the phoniness. I'm putting it out into the ether. But that's what we do to be polite and keep the Facebook friends that we never talk to the other 364 days a year. But we're not talking about those days. We're talking about this day, which is Friday, September 4th, 2020. On tonight's show, much later on, we've got a first-time guest alert. It's not often people reach out to me to be on the show, but it has happened. I got an email last night at about 12 o'clock. I fired up the old inbox and I saw in the inbox, the subject title read, "Attention Important." I opened it up and I had an email from a man who calls himself Sleazy Darren. No last name. I said, "I've been watching your show. I like what you're doing, but I think you could increase the sleaze on the show." This person begged me to come on tonight. I asked for a picture. I asked for info. He responded. He said, "No way." And then he said, "Take it sleazy." So tonight, much later on, third segment, Sleazy Darren for the first time ever on At Home with James. Now, I'm not sure if I should pre-apologize, so I won't. Also tonight, Syd Rod is going to be here, the man that I bestowed with the honor of #1 viewer in At Home with James history. And let's be honest, this he's on his way to becoming #1 guest in At Home with James. I know Dave Kaufman's got something that said those two have a weird tension, Dave and Syd. I'm not kidding. It was all started when Syd said that the Kaufs don't hit or miss every once in a while. Maybe one day I'm going to get those two on to hash it out. There we go. Put that on the list. Syd and Dave hash it out on the show. Maybe I'll be the therapist. It'll be kind of like couples therapy. You ever been to couples therapy? Talk about it. I'll listen to it. In addition to this, it is Friday. And you and I both know that Friday can only mean one thing. It only... Sorry, I'm caught off guard. I got a lot on my mind, guys. I got a lot on my mind, and I can see everyone else in the Zoom call. So I'm going to... I'm going to just... Look, guys, I've never once been thrown off from doing my intro like I was just now. And there's a reason for that, because our first guest was making an inappropriate gesture in the Zoom call. This is another thing. And now everyone in the Zoom call is making the same inappropriate gesture. Look, sometimes I like to pull the curtain back and say, how do we, and now there's a variety of inappropriate gestures happening in the Zoom call. You can think of all the times that you were in a schoolyard playground. They're happening in front of my very eyes. All three people. And each of them vary from, what's the word I'm looking for here? Juvenile all the way to crass. Capital C, capital R, capital ass. I was feeling so good about that intro until everyone started to get a little dirty, Christina style, ex-Tina. We've got our own version of ex-Tina on the show. She's here every Friday. She brings us points of interest, tips, tricks, and know-how on how to find romance, how to execute romance, and how to enjoy romance in the times of COVID-19. Folks, I would like for you to join me in welcoming Steph Mercier Voyer in COVID-69.
Can I dance for you? Would that be cool? Can I dance for you? Would that be cool?
Steph, happy Friday. How are you?
I'm great. How are you? Did I make
Yeah, I was good until let's just break all the rules tonight. You created a real landslide of action in the Zoom call. Of course, we're streaming from Zoom to Twitch with a lot of inappropriate.
Back the curtain on what happens behind the scenes.
Yeah, behind the scenes. Yeah, I was on a real roll until a bunch of inappropriate gestures started happening, and it took me off course. I corpsed, as they say in the theater world.
I must say I was shocked. You're usually pretty cool, but lately you've been kind of obsessed with me. So I think your eyes were on me to begin with, and then I did this, and you lost your cool.
Well, the eyes on you is a broad term, because I can see everyone who's going to be a guest on tonight's show. Anybody can speak to this who's been on the show. If you've been on the show, you know that we can all see each other. Obsessed is a strong word. Obsessed in the sense that I'm obsessed with my guests having a great time when they stop by At Home with James. That would be correct.
I don't know. That's not what your mom said on Thursday.
Yeah, so this came up a couple weeks ago, and at first I thought it was a joke, but I'm starting to become concerned with the idea that you've been having some type of association with my my family, most notably my mother.
Yeah, Thirsty Thursdays. We go out for drinks. You didn't know? She didn't tell you?
So that's why you couldn't do Thursday shows all these months?
Yeah, your mom and I like to, I don't know, we chat about you and we just get trashed.
Yeah, well, that's great. That's great. I love it.
You don't seem to love it.
Well, it's kind of weird. I don't want, next thing you know, Dave's going to be hanging out with my sister.
That'd be bad?
Well, I guess it depends on what type of hanging out is going on.
What are you thinking?
I'm not thinking anything.
That sounds like you've thought about it because
No,
it just came out of your mouth right away. You didn't skip a beat.
No, I picked Dave because he's a notable character on this show.
Okay. Anyway, so your mom and I have been hanging out quite a bit, and
Great.
she definitely hinted that you were obsessed with me. And last week, yeah, you were a little frazzled and clearly obsessed with me. And I've been trying to keep business and pleasure separate over the last few weeks.
Yeah.
But so this is not my idea. It's something your mom suggested to bring our relationship to the next level. She said
relationship? What do you mean relationship?
Our romance. She said that we bring our romance to the next level, and we should get to know each other more in depth.
Oh, so after all these months, this is the moment. From March all the way to now. Now is the time where we get to know each other.
Yeah, because at first I was just trying to have sex with you, 69 with you, and I'm still waiting to collect that prize from.
I ran it by some of the producers of the show, and there's some health concerns going on with everything. Dave hasn't received his 34.5. There's some COVID concerns right now, so we're putting that on on ice.
Well, so until then, I was thinking that maybe we could fall in love.
See, now you brought up this whole get to know each other a little more. I thought it was going to be like, oh, you know, what's your favorite color? Do you have a favorite number?
Oh, so there's this thing. Your mom's obsessed with the New York Times, and a few years ago, the New York Times.
My mom loves the New York Times.
Obsessed.
Yeah.
New York Times.
Loves the cartoons, those sophisticated cartoons. Always sends them to me.
But okay.
Oh, there. Well, see this is the thing. I don't know any of this stuff because I'm not sophisticated.
She said you'd get them confused.
Yeah.
Said you'd react that way.
Yeah.
To make fun of it and then make a fool of yourself. But you know, I don't mind. Anyway, so a few years ago, the New York Times published this list. It was 36 questions to fall in love.
Okay.
Questions that you should ask a new partner or someone you've just met to get to know them, and those questions can lead to love.
Okay, so I assume that you and I have to take this quiz now.
Yes, that's
okay.
What you suggested. I don't want to do all 36 right away. I like to make things last a bit longer. Your mom said you're not that kind of person to make things last long, but that's okay. We can work on that.
Great.
So do you want to do it? I sent you an email with the questions.
Okay, so I'm going to open up my email.
Yeah.
So
the way it works is like we'll go and ask each other the questions. Like
I'm looking at my email now. So of course I got another email from Sleazy Darren.
Oh.
Yeah, he's asking for the Zoom link. And then, okay, so I see the email that you've sent, and I noticed that you've also added the mouth emoji.
Yeah, it's my trademark.
Right, yeah, of course, yeah.
Obsessed, again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm obsessed.
Okay, so I'll read the first question, you can read the second, and then we'll answer, and I think we're probably going to find out that we have a lot in common.
Okay, well, I suppose that I'm open to seeing what we have in common. How about that?
Okay.
All right.
Okay, question number 1. If you could invite anyone in the world to dinner, who would it be?
Anyone in the world to dinner, who would it be? Yeah, so this is one of those classic questions that often comes up, and I never really care that much about the answer. I would say anyone to dinner. You know what? I guess I wouldn't mind. I don't know if we'd get along, but I wouldn't mind having dinner with Mark Maron.
Oh, okay. Well, my answer was you.
Oh.
That felt like an obvious one.
Oh, okay. Oh, see, I wasn't aware that these. Okay, so I thought it was like living or dead.
No, anyone, literally anyone in the world.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought we could have a nice dinner as a date.
Okay. Maybe it's a first question jitters, right?
Sure.
Right.
You want to ask the second one?
All right. Okay. So let's move on to the second question, and of course, our production team will prompt that second question. Well, I'm a little nervous right now because I don't want to cause any tension here. So here we go. Would you like to be famous? In what way?
Oh, it's funny. I've thought about that one a lot since I was a kid, and the answer is yes. I've always dreamed about being a very famous dating expert. Ever since
Okay.
I was a little girl, I've been obsessed with questions about dating and sex life, and I think that's the way that I would want to be famous, and also famous for just being in the most extraordinary relationship with a really great man.
Right, because I think people, when we're thinking about our future relationships, we want them to be extraordinary, right? I agree with that.
Okay.
I'm in agreement. Why wouldn't we want them to be extraordinary?
Right. I'm so happy you feel the same way.
And in terms of my answer, would you like to be famous in what way? I suppose it would be nice to have a larger audience for At Home with James.
That's nice.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think
get back to where we were at on night 1, 46.
Yeah, and that way, like, more people could, see us together. And
yeah, they'd be like, wow, these two really play off of each other well.
Whoa, playing off of each other. Wow. Okay.
All right, so I guess it's now time for question number 3.
Okay, before making a telephone call, do you ever rehearse what you're going to say? Why?
Before making a telephone call, do you ever rehearse what you're going to say and why?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with a hard no. I don't recall ever having done that.
Oh.
Now, are we talking about, like, when you call the government to check in about CERB? Or are we talking about when you call?
Yeah. Do you ever rehearse?
Never. No.
Never. Wow.
No. How about you?
Yeah, usually what I do is I call your mom and I practice with her before. And then she gives me little tips on what to say, and then I dial your number and
Yeah.
hang up right away because I'm too.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's you. Okay, I was wondering if I thought it was one of those scams that, like, is calling from
No.
the.
No, as soon as you answer, you pick up the phone and say "sup." I hang up because the sound of your voice is just.
Yeah, that's I've been dabbling with different ways to answer the phone. I was usually going with hello. That started to get boring, so I started going sup.
Oh my god! So I don't know if you remember what I called you last night. Do you remember what you said?
Oh, last night?
Yeah, when I hung up.
Wait, okay, so I remember getting a call. This is bordering on midnight.
Yeah.
I'm not. I think I was probably just sup.
No. And it was really weird because you said you up when you picked up. So that was it was like you were expecting someone to call for sex.
Oh. But you know what? I was kind of in and out of sleep, so I was probably a little confused. One of those foggy answers. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, do you want to read the next question?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so what would constitute a perfect day for you?
I would say most Fridays are pretty perfect because they end by seeing your face, not in person ever. But
yeah,
I'm hoping that one day my perfect day would be like doing this face to face, so that I can smell you. But so now I wake up on Friday and I think about you and what I'm going to say to you.
Yeah.
And I make breakfast and I make coffee, and I know you also drink coffee. So I think about how you like your coffee. And then I call your mom and
yeah, great.
lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she gives me tips on what you like, the soap that you used as a kid, and the perfect cereal if I ever wake up next to you and have to make you breakfast. Lucky Charms. I didn't think that was the cereal that
It's been so long that, hey, maybe once this show's done, I'll head over to the grocery store before it closes at 11, get myself a bowl of Lucky Charms.
You know what? I also need to go to the grocery store.
Oh,
so funny. We live like in the same neighborhood, so maybe I'll see you there.
who knows what could happen, right? Who knows? Friday night.
And then the day wraps up with like us on Zoom, and you're insulting me in some kind of way by saying that you don't want to be with me, but I persist because your mom tells me that you're obsessed with me.
I got to start looking into these phone calls. Steph, you mentioned something about doing this face to face one day.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something? We're talking about the perfect day, right?
Yeah.
My perfect day, probably wake up, have some coffee, maybe take a walk along the canal, enjoy the nice autumn weather. You talk about face to face. Can I tell you how my perfect day would end?
Can I get a moment? I think I just want to make sure I take a mental picture of this.
Please do. Take a moment.
Okay.
Well, while Steph takes her moment, we'll be back tomorrow night at 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on twitch.tv/@home with James for James's birthday blowout bash, where I have no control over the show. I'm at the mercy of everyone. I don't know what's going to happen. It'll be as much as a surprise for me as it is for you. Steph, how's your moment going?
I'm ready. I'm ready for you to say it.
My perfect day would end with you sitting right next to me as we perform the first ever live
simultaneous oral sex on each other.
Perform the first ever live at home with James in front of a full audience. Sleazy Darren's there. Syd is there. Carla comes from Vancouver. Maybe she brings her friends Raquel and Raylyn. Everyone's there. Dimitri's there. It would be great. You do a live COVID 69, and I'm sitting like behind a desk.
And then what happens after the show?
What happens after the show?
Yeah.
Maybe some dinner.
What are we eating?
I'm thinking I get a variety of shareable nacho plates for you, me, and all the other guests.
Oh, everyone else is still there. Oh.
Yeah, cast party. We got to do a wrap party. What kind of host would I be if I wasn't giving nacho plates to everyone?
Oh.
Anyways, moving on to the next question.
Okay.
Steph, you want to read the next one?
Yeah. Okay. When did you last sing to yourself or to someone else?
Oh, great question. Probably the last time that I remember singing to myself or someone else was 2 nights ago on the show when I was singing Jim Croce songs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And yourself?
I think the last time I sang to someone is when I played the guitar on this show and sang Dance for You.
Right. Yeah, your intro song that I find very uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think that's the last time I sang for someone.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I guess we can look at ourselves as hobbyists, so to speak. We enjoy singing on this show.
Yeah, that's nice. Something we have in common.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
Okay, do you want to read the next one?
Yes, I would. Let's move on to question number 6. If you were able to live to the age of 90 and retain either the mind or body of a 30-year-old for the last 60 years of your life, which would you want? So I'm going to age another 60 years at the age of 90?
You're going to, so as of
I understand, yes.
90, you're either going to keep the body of a 30-year-old or the mind of a 30-year-old.
Right. I guess I'll go mind.
The mind of a 30-year-old?
I think so. That's my initial instinct.
Why?
Well, what's if you have like if you have like a body like this, which like, hey, everyone watch out, is it's useless if your brain goes to mush.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
But your brain's not going to go to mush at like 35. or
Well,
40.
no, but if my mind was older, but my body was younger, it would feel kind of useless.
I feel like I would get smarter with age and with more experience than I am now at 30.
Right.
I want to accumulate those years, but keep the rocking bod that allows me to 69 and have the mobility to really get those limbs all over.
Oh, see, I just imagine that once I get to a advanced age that I will begin to lose my wherewithal. So that's why I went with mind. But I'm open to the other.
Okay, well, that's fine. I think this is something we can, discuss
Sure.
before we like write our vows or get married and like.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Well, I love a nice talking point.
yeah. I think it's something that we should agree on
Mhm.
before we have kids. If we're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
consider the body of a 30-year-old.
yeah.
That's what parents need to discuss before they have children.
Yeah, I would have that conversation with anyone that I thought I would have kids with.
Yeah. Okay, question number 7. Do you have a secret hunch about how you will die?
A secret hunch?
Yeah, I guess yeah.
Maybe car. Let's go car crash.
Car crash.
Yeah,
Why? Do you get often in cars?
I've been in a few car crashes.
You've been in a few car crashes?
About 3.
Like big crashes?
They vary.
They vary?
Yeah, they vary.
I don't
That's
think
right.
I don't think anyone says they vary about the car crashes they've been in. Most people are not in multiple car crashes.
Yeah, I think I've been like 3 or 4.
Okay, please describe.
One of them, I was a toddler. I have no recollection of it. The other one was in Camden, New Jersey, which at the time was voted due to crime was America's most dangerous city on a highway, or maybe like it was on a highway. And then another time was on the corner of Rennie Levesque and St. Catherine Street. Yeah, I'm an old pro of car crashes. That's going to be my pick.
Were you driving? Do you drive?
No way.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So you will get killed because of someone else's driving.
Yeah, someone's negligent driving.
Okay. I don't like.
What about you?
For me, I don't really know. I just have a feeling that you'll be by my side.
Oh, what a nice thought. What a nice thought. Maybe it'll be the same car crash.
Oh, yeah, probably. Oh,
yeah.
Then we can go to heaven and live side by side forever.
I suppose if a heaven exists, we'll have to wait and see.
I can't wait.
Moving on to the next question. Number 8 of 10. Name 3 things that you and your partner appear to have in common. Well, right now I don't have a partner.
I think it's referring to me.
Oh, okay.
We're doing this together. And
yeah,
it was your mom's idea for us to bring our relationship to the next level.
Oh, I have a couple answers right. If we're talking about you and I have a couple answers right off the hop.
Oh, I'd love to hear them.
Great. So you and I both appear on the same online streaming show, At Home with James.
Yeah.
The first of 3 things. The second of 3 things, we both live in St. Henry, which is in the southwest of Montreal.
It's a little creepy for you to tell people where I live, but okay.
Well, I didn't say where in St. Henry.
Because you have been to my place.
Yes, this is true.
And what happened when you were over at my place? Did I take off my underwear and you told me that I was doing a great job?
Yes, this is correct.
And did I pay you when you left?
Yeah, this is correct, but this is out of context. You were there with another person, Gabe Rondos, who is known to appear on the show.
Really? Interesting.
I was running an improv workshop, and I was complimenting the tasking that was happening in the scene. And finally, the third thing that you and I both have in common, we've both been known to enjoy a club sandwich.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Can I say mine? My three things?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so we both talk to your mom on the phone a lot.
Yeah.
That's one thing. We both like hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And we are both obsessed with each other.
Well, opinions vary.
Okay, so next question. It's loading. For what in your life do you feel most grateful?
Yeah, I would say very simply the health that I am lucky enough to have, the friendships in which I am lucky enough to have, supportive family in which I'm lucky enough to have.
It's not like a multiple answer. It's just one thing.
Oh, I would say everything that I already have in life, I'm very grateful.
Well, it sounds like you're bragging, but okay.
I suppose I was a little bit. Not everyone's lucky enough to have friends.
Okay. Oh.
Many of them do improv.
Your friends or people who don't have friends?
That the latter of the two.
Okay. Oh, what about me, you ask? Oh,
Yes.
So kind of you to be so interested in me as well.
I'm feeling just a little warm right now. I'm a little frazzled.
Why?
A variety of reasons, but let's go on to your answers.
Okay. What I feel most grateful for you that we met.
Oh, that's very nice. That is very nice. I'm also grateful for that.
And so the next one is a little depressing, so I don't know if I want to do it.
If you could change anything about the way you were raised, what would it be? What a sweet question to end this segment on. This is so wonderful. No, I insist that we.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't change anything at all because I don't know if you've seen the film Butterfly Effect.
I have not.
Oh, wow. Ashton Kutcher in his most riveting role since Dude, Where's My Car? And basically it's the like butterfly wings, you know, like the flap of a wing of a butterfly can change anything.
Oh, okay. I understand.
That thing. So yeah, if I change anything about the way I was raised, I wouldn't be here tonight and every Friday night talking to you.
You know what?
Matt.
You know what, Steph?
Yeah.
Same answer. Same answer. I wouldn't change anything either. Why? Because I'm grateful. And let that be a lesson to everyone out there in twitch.tv/@home-with-Jamesland. It's important to be grateful for what we have. And I am so grateful about this interaction.
I think that's the nicest you've ever been to me.
I'm nice every week to you and all of my guests, except for maybe Mark.
I don't know. That's not what your mom seems to think about the way you interact with me. But
well, it sounds like I've got a variety of. It sounds like I have a variety of conversations that I have to have coming out of this segment.
Well, I'm really happy that your mom suggested that we do this because I do feel that we've grown a lot closer, and now we have 26 more questions to look forward to in the near future. Hopefully.
Yeah, great. This will take us. We got another 26. That brings us to basically 2.5 more segments.
Yep.
Great. Well, I'm looking forward to it, to not only learning more about myself, learning about you, but learning about each other.
You're taking the words right out of my mouth.
Well, I don't intend to. It's just one of these funny things that happens.
I'm blushing. You're very flirty right now. It's making me really comfortable.
Well, not the intention.
Okay. Can I go now?
Yeah. Well, I wish all of my guests would end their segment with that. Steph, thanks so much for being here, and I guess I'll talk to you next Friday.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Can I dance for you? Would that be cool?
All right, let's start transitioning from this. from that. I can't handle the dancing, guys. And Steph, you know how I feel about, everyone knows how I feel about dancing. Everybody knows how I feel about dancing. Someone in the chat saying, James, you correctly did the math on how many more segments that would take. And that is absolutely correct. I was able to do it. I'm proud of myself. It took almost 33 years, but I'm finally doing math properly. That was Steph Mercier Voyer. Despite what she, my mother, or anyone may think, I'm so happy that she pops by every Friday and we're able to do that segment because I love the segment. So nice to be collaborators together on this show. Let us move on to our next guest. You know him, you love him, you appreciate him, as do I. Let us welcome the one and the only Syd Rod to At Home with James.
Hey, James.
Yeah. What what an incredible way to walk onto the show, Syd, by doing the classic finger in between the index finger and thumb insertion. Yeah, that was great. It just everyone's just taking the piss out of the gym bag in our virtual green room. You took a lot of pleasure in that, didn't you, Syd?
I fucking lost it. Yeah, and the game has changed now. Like, how can I say this? Every moment where the other guests are not actively trying to throw the people on off is like them being gracious.
Yes. There's something communal about this. So people don't know that since we made this switch, the leap, as they say, from Instagram Live to Twitch, we're broadcasting to Twitch through Zoom, where everyone is having meetings, social but virtual gathering, and improv practices.
Yes.
I can see everyone right now, and everyone was accosting me during my introduction, including you, Syd. But you know what?
Yeah.
I loved every minute of it. It brought me laughter and happiness. I'm grateful.
I noticed very subtly throwing you and Steph off with a tiny little thing that I did during your segment too. So I'm like, you know what? We can't be doing this whole time because then the whole show breaks down.
Yeah.
And it becomes a big 1 hour segment of you laugh, you lose or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds like a show. You laugh, you lose. I'm going to write that down too. You laugh, you lose. We're going to co-host that one together, Syd. Okay, we're talking birthdays. Before the show went live, you were saying you're talking to the wrong guy when it comes to birthdays. Mm-hmm. And this is where I think you might be wrong, in that I also don't care that much about birthdays. Syd, take me through your opinion of birthdays.
Well, I mean, I'm old enough to like have stopped caring a while ago. Like I'm 43. I'm 42. The reason I got that off is because I know Adina's in the chat right now. Adina, I'm like 3 days older than you are. We're exactly the same age. I didn't care much about birthdays back then. Mm-hmm. And during the COVID-69 segment, I kind of had to remind myself what I've been doing, what I even did for my birthday this year.
Yeah.
I'm born January 30th.
Okay, so you came in before the world changed. So you conceivably could have had a regular fun birthday.
Yes, and knowing myself, I probably, like, ever since I started doing improv, the whole birthday thing has kind of been like surrounded around trying to book shows and fucking perform in front of audiences. So that's probably what I did during my birthday. And now at least I have a couple months left before, how can I say this? I have a couple months to really pay attention to what y'all are doing for your birthdays, so that I can see if I care enough to even organize something. To what it would be. You know, man, a Zoom hangout for my birthday, I wouldn't want that.
Yeah, nobody wants a Zoom hangout.
Yeah.
They're already awkward having meetings on Zoom, let alone a birthday party on Zoom. Here's the question, Syd. Would you rather attend a birthday party on Zoom or an improv show on Zoom? And there's no tech.
Oh man. Oh man.
Pretty bleak outlook, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I I I don't enjoy Zoom prov, as I
Yeah.
call it. My opinion is people haven't figured out how to do improv on Zoom yet,
Right.
and it's not fun to watch. It's not fun to do, and it's like that's a hard choice. But I think if I had to choose between one of the two, I think I would still choose it over a fucking birthday party where because at least in improv we're kind of communally having fun and playing games
Yeah.
as opposed to just sitting around saying, oh, you're muted, oh,
Yeah.
you're I'm gonna go to the bathroom for a second,
Yeah.
let me grab a beer or whatever.
Yeah, you go to the bathroom and grab a beer, and while you're sitting there taking a whiz into the toilet, you're just like, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah.
But think about all the times we wished we could escape a bad set in person. If we could use, I got to take a whiz to get
There
out
we
of
go.
doing a show, how many of those moments would we enjoy by escaping the stage?
I try not to give up on sets, but Jesus, if
Yeah.
it, I remember a particular scene where it was going bad, and
Yep.
I found my character basically died, so I kind of just flopped on the ground and I just laid there for the rest of the scene. And the scene dragged on long enough for me to ponder, like, did I just bail on this scene by dying?
Oh, yeah,
And
you did.
I considered coming back to life or whatever. But
Yeah.
I don't remember what I did. But yeah.
Classic improv move. Characters coming back after dying and people playing animals that have fun voices.
No, man.
Syd, I want to try something here. So last time you were here, we discussed basically putting together, curating the worst possible improv show. I want you to help me put together the worst possible birthday party at an improv show.
Wait, what?
Yeah. You know, like when people are like, we're going to hang out for Brian Clientele's birthday. What does the worst improv birthday party look like?
I can't understand what an improv party even is.
Yeah. I think,
like,
I mean, it's not good.
It's a show, or it's
the show happened. The show happened. So yeah, our fictitious person, Brian Clientele,
yes,
had the show. It's all like at a small jam show. And then it's like, we're hanging out for Brian's birthday. It's an improv birthday party.
Oh my God. Okay.
What does that look like?
Oh,
I want to start right now. It's like winter. It's February.
Yes.
And this is my instinct. It goes to kind of a bar that's already a little packed, so people are in their wet boots and winter jackets adjusting the tables, but they're circular tables.
Oh man. And okay, I thought of this because I've been that person, but I don't feel bad about it. But the one person who never has cash on them and can't chip in for beer.
Oh yeah.
So also coincidentally doesn't have it, but it's going to come to a head.
Yeah.
That's the time for that person to be confronted.
So at Brian Clientele's birthday, the person who's notorious for never chipping in for after class or after show drinks gets called out at this person's. Now, who calls them out? Is it Brian or is it a different person?
Okay, what would be most awkward? Shit. Well, Brian wouldn't be paying anyway, so it has to be. Someone close to Brian has to be involved in this conflict.
Yeah. And I think this person's probably mad that the person who never chips in for drinks blocked them in the set earlier that night. Yeah.
Yes, there we go.
That's what started everything.
Okay. Oh, how about and they're both close to Brian Clientele.
Oh yeah.
So two people who are close to you are confronting each other on your birthday. And yeah.
I think you're sitting in front of someone too who you don't have much in common with them, but you see them at the improv zone a lot. And they're asking you a lot of questions about how to start a team.
Oh man.
Like, how do you do it? Like all of my friends from class, they started a team without me.
Oh man.
Now Brian Clientele is on the hook for having to like listen, like it's just like, wow, the class doesn't want to play with this guy. While at the same time, his friend and the mooch, they're arguing.
They're arguing.
Yeah. And the person doesn't know how to, and they wouldn't even say, how do I start a team? They'd say, how do I do a team?
Oh, okay. So Brian knows exactly why this person doesn't get invited on teams. And we all know.
Yeah, what's the reason, Syd? You know, what's the reason?
They're not very good, and they're not very good in scenes, and they're not very pleasant to be around off stage.
Yeah,
we all know that guy. We all know that guy. All right.
Yeah, it's got to be a guy, right?
Yeah, let's make it a guy.
Yeah, I think he's divorced. He just got divorced, and he's trying something new. And the first day of the intro class, maybe I'm the teacher. I'm like, oh, what's this guy's name? Is it Toby?
Let's bring Toby back. Yes.
Yeah, so Toby saw the show at Honey Martin, our fictitious show. He's like, I got to try this improv thing. Yes. And in the opening where I'm like, okay, and what's your name? What brought you here? He's like, well, I'm Toby, and I just got divorced. So if I'm lucky, maybe I'll not only have a laugh while I'm here, but I'll meet my next wife.
Yeah, something like that. And that kind of chills the room right away.
Yeah. And, the class is ruined at that point.
Yeah. And Toby not only shoots dildo as suggestions when he's in the audience, but brings dildos up in all his scenes when he's either asking questions or bringing up dildos needlessly.
Yeah, it's like a
that's
scene,
super funny.
It's like a scene it's probably like 4 or 5 minutes deep, and Toby's like, this scene is dying. I got to bring up dildos. So he is really trying to press it. He's like to his scene partner. He's like, he's like, oh, I've got a gift for you. And he hands Brian Clientele. He opens it up, and Brian Clientele's like, oh, you brought me a snow globe. But Toby's like, no, it's a dildo. It's just a block. It's just a block.
Oh, man.
This is the birthday party right now. And just for my own sake, he loves everyone else's scenes. Can you give me the classic annoying guy laugh in a show, Syd?
Yeah. That was a specific guy.
Yeah.
So if you ever watch this, I'm sorry. I'm a loud laugher too.
Yeah. So am I.
Yeah.
So am I. Right.
Yeah. But
in the chat, someone's mentioning that also, in addition to bringing up all the stuff that we've talked about, he dresses inappropriately for class. My theory is he wears one of those T-shirts. It says the man with the arrow pointing up and the legend pointing down.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe beautiful. He's got a FBI female body inspector.
Yes, and those are the only shirts that he wears.
Yeah.
And just to be clear, because I was thinking about this too, Toby was not in the show that people are hanging out in after.
So he just showed up for the party.
Well, yeah, either in the audience or showed up for the party. Yeah, he shouted dildos from the audience again.
And you know what? He's giving unsolicited notes as well.
Oh my God. Yeah. He's giving unsolicited notes that culminates in asking Brian why. How do I start a team, or how do I do a team?
Yeah, how do I do a team?
and is slowly, he's like, you know, when you're implying something without explicitly saying it. I don't know if you know what that's like, James, to have someone imply things without explicitly saying them. But Toby wants to be in the team.
Yeah.
And he keeps hinting at that. And Brian is like, no fucking way.
Yeah.
And it's your fucking birthday.
Yeah. So he's getting bombarded with questions about how to do a team. Meanwhile, one of his friends, and
Yeah, they're still.
yeah, there's still an argument about how this other person never pays. They're always just like, I got to take off, guys. I'll get you next time. This sounds like the worst possible improv birthday.
There's only one. Well, I think there's a way to make it worse, which
Please.
is, but I don't know which variation is worse.
Mm-hmm.
Toby has to take the side of one of the two friends who's arguing.
Oh, yeah, he interjects himself, and it's like he's too loud about it, I think. He's probably like, he's very forceful with his opinion. He's spitting when he talks.
Yeah,
which is another reason people don't want to be on his team. He's one of those spit improvisers. Oh, and you know what? He's got to take the metro home with someone.
Oh, my God. Woo.
And it's not like, and you're on the metro and you're like, just please get off in 2 metros. I think that you're on the metro and it's the seats where there's the 2. It's one of the new cars. So you've got 1 and 2, and then the 2 in front of you, but he sits right beside you. And he's like, hey, you want to stop off in Chinatown and get dinner? Brian Clientele. He's forced to get off in Chinatown, and he's got to go have dinner. And this guy, Toby, insists on sitting 2 people at the big table with the lazy Susan.
Oh my God. Oh, fuck. Okay, so it's just Toby and Brian.
Yeah. Brian has ended up with Toby. They're eating at Beijing in Chinatown, and this guy, Toby, insists on sitting at the lazy Susan table, which is for everyone. There's a family that comes in, and he's like, no, we got this table. Even though Brian's like, no, we don't need to. And Toby insists they love me here. And then the waiters are bringing the food, and he does the laugh again. He sees like a noodle dish, and he's got like some type of generic chicken dish, and is like, he sees the steam. Yeah.
And he's joking he's joking with the staff in ways that they clearly don't appreciate it.
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah, for sure. He's like that with everyone. Yeah.
And now we know why he can't do a team. This is the worst possible improv birthday we've done it again.
I think we've hit the bottom. I can't think of a way to make it worse.
Oh, I think the server slips and the food goes everywhere.
And fucking Toby applauds.
Yeah, he applauds. Yeah, good one.
Oh, man.
Syd,
oh, man.
I
Yes.
love what we've developed, which is coming up with the worst possible scenarios related to improv, which might just be, frankly, 80% of improv.
80-20, baby. It's the 20 that makes the 80 worth it.
Yeah, we're chasing the dragon when it comes to that 20. Syd, thanks so much for being here, buddy. And I want you for the remainder of the night. Do as much as you want to try to throw me for the remainder of the show.
Excellent.
Thanks so much, buddy.
Be careful what you ask for.
I'm ready, willing, and able. Take care, Syd.
All right, later.
That's Syd Rock. Now, look, guys, I know that the past couple times since Syd have been on the show, you might be out there thinking, I don't get this improv thing. And for you, I wish you nothing but the best in your future. It's very niche. We're making fun of a very niche sector of the improv world. But if there's a Toby everywhere, in an improv class, in the office, at the YMCA. It's basically people with no social awareness. That's what it is. There's a Toby everywhere you go. Folks, I mentioned it earlier, tomorrow night, we end our broadcast week right here, 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I turn 33 years old. Some people might technically say that I'm turning 33 years old in about 2 hours. I hope to be asleep. I took a 2.5-hour nap, woke up at 8. I'm doing the show. I want to be asleep before midnight. I can't wait to see who the first person that wishes me happy birthday on Facebook is. Someone that I haven't seen in 12 years. It'll just be happy birthday, all lowercase happy birthday. Tomorrow, 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 6:00 Pacific Standard Time if you're coming to us from the West Coast. It's James's birthday blowout bash. I have no idea what's going to happen. Now, I know you're out there and you're thinking, oh, but you do know, James. You know what's going to happen. I'm doing my Louis Anderson voice again. You know what's going to happen, James. Hey, I don't know. I have relinquished the reins. I'm at the mercy of the people who produce this show, the people who contribute to this show. I don't know what's going to happen, but tell your friends to tune in. It could be the most insane episode on this show ever. So don't miss it. Let us move on to our final guest of the night. We're going overtime a little bit, but that's just the way Fridays are. This person, during the course of the show, sent me another email. Of course, I'm talking about Sleazy Darren. The email had no subject line, and then the body of the message read, "You ready? Space, question mark." Let us welcome for the first time ever, Sleazy Darren. Sleazy Darren, welcome.
Yo, what's going on? Rock and roll. How you doing, James?
Sleazy Darren. It's very rare that I have first-time guests on this show, but you've been emailing me. How did you get my email, Sleazy Darren?
Well, I saw somebody send me a link to one of your Twitch episodes.
Oh, so you've seen the show?
No, I just looked up the Twitch address and I say, you know what? Let's go in blind. Let's try to get recognized on this guy's show.
Okay, so you're looking to make a name for yourself?
I'm looking to make a name for myself. Yeah.
Well, can you tell us a little bit about what's going on behind you? Tell me about yourself, Sleazy.
I'm at my job. James, I'm a garbage man.
So part of your job is standing in front of moving garbage trucks?
Well, I take out the trash. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. So you
take out the trash.
You got a little
Shuck it.
You got a waste paper basket.
Wow, it's waste. One way or the other, that's garbage.
Okay, so you're looking to get your name out there, Sleazy Darren, and you're a garbage man?
Yeah.
Well, how long you been a garbage man for?
15 years.
15 years. And how old are you, Sleazy Darren?
I'm 38.
You're 38, so you've been a garbage man? You're going to have to help me on this one. You've been a garbage man for...
What's so funny?
Well, I'm trying to...
You can't do that math.
Apparently, I can't figure out 38 minus 15. You've been okay, so you're a garbage man.
A long time.
Yeah, you've been a garbage man. All right, okay, that's cool.
You'll get it by the end of the show.
All right, so hold on. You're 30. Okay, so 23. 23.
Yeah.
What is this little dance move you're doing?
It's my move.
Does this dance move have a name?
It's the sleazy slump.
Oh, the sleazy slump. Now, I know you've never seen the show, Sleazy Darren. I don't like dancing, but look, I'm a fan of the sleazy slump.
Thank you.
Can you do it a little bit more?
It was stolen from me.
Oh, someone stole the sleazy.
Yeah, this is part of the reason why I'm on the show. I'm trying to make my own brand, my own.
Oh, you're trying to make the Sleazy Darren brand?
Sleazy Darren brand because, they stole my likeness.
Yeah, who did?
They, the man, Big Snack.
Big Snack?
Big Snack. You ever heard of Chester Cheeto?
Yeah, I'm aware of Chester Cheeto, the caricature, the mascot of Cheezo.
Well, that was based on me.
Oh, so wait, well, are you am I to believe that that character only
seriously sleazy? That's what it was originally, and then they changed it to seriously cheesy.
So that character's 38 years old? Or less than 38?
I don't know. I don't remember.
The Cheetos mascot was stolen and based on your behavior and likeness. I wasn't aware that this Chester was meant to be sleazy.
It was supposed to be sleazy, yeah. I was coming up with a TV show pilot pitch for NBC, and the executives were like, "Oh, we like that idea," and they wrote it down, but then they said no thanks.
So the
and
NBC...
then a couple of weeks later, I turn on the boob tube and I see a commercial for Cheetos with my likeness. but in feline form.
Yeah, so they turned it into some type of cat. And you pitched a show to NBC executives, and they said, we like it, but they turned it into a commercial for the Cheetos company?
I think. That's my theory.
Okay, so we know that what makes you sleazy, I guess, is that you're a garbage man and you do the sleazy slump. I can't deal with this dance. It's a real sneaky dance.
Yeah. It's real sleazy.
Yeah, so and you've got, what is this? You got a little soul patch under your lip.
Yeah, it's a flavor saver. Also stolen from me.
Who stole that?
Fred Durst.
Oh, Fred Durst, frontman of Limp Bizkit.
Frontman of Limp Bizkit stole my facial hair.
Yeah, so what do you call it? A flavor saver?
Yeah, because it saves the flavor.
Of what?
For later.
So you could be eating
whatever you ate, man. Hot dogs, pussy. Whatever, man. What? What's wrong? All right. We got to go to that technical difficulty screen. Hold on.
No, I'm good.
We've broken James. Technical difficulties.
I'm good.
I'm
crying. I'm crying. You can. My eyes are so moist. All right. Okay. So you've got a flavor saver. You're still doing the sleazy slump.
The sleazy slump.
Yeah. What? Okay. So outside of what you've talked about, what makes you so sleazy?
Oh, I'm a real piece of work. A
Okay.
real POS.
Well, okay. So I just got another email from you, Sleazy Darren.
Yeah.
This looks like a list of things that you do that are sleazy.
Yeah, I sent that to you in case I forgot because
Okay.
I was dropped on my head as a kid.
Okay, so now we're understanding a little bit more. So it's a list. There's a few things on here. According to you, what makes you sleazy? You wrote that you like to hit on your friends' wives when they aren't looking.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, James.
Yeah.
You got the number of that lady you're dating?
I'm not dating anyone. What are you talking about?
Oh, you're not? Well, then never mind.
Oh, you mean earlier, Steph Mercier Voyer, who's here earlier?
I would be interested if you were dating her.
Oh, so you'd only be interested if we were together?
Yeah.
Well, okay, well, another thing on your list is you go to department stores, you try on clothes in the change room, and then you fart in them and then give them back to the attendant.
Yeah. Can't get enough of that sugar crisp. Ooh.
Well, so you know what? I have to call in a question. You're upset that the NBC people stole your likeness for Chester Cheeto, but you're using the jingle from Sugar Crisp?
That was stolen from me too.
What you invented, can't get enough of that Sugar Crisp?
Yeah.
What was that in relation? What was it in relation to?
Well, I like putting sugar cubes in my coffee.
Okay, so
And it's like crispy sugar, because it's in a cube. It's in a solid cube.
How many cubes do you put in?
4. I take a quadruple.
So you were drinking coffee full of sugar cubes, and you take a sip and you'd say, can't get enough
of that sugar crisp.
So who stole that?
Well, I pitched another show to ABC when the
What about
NBC
a guy
deal
who
didn't go through.
the premise of the show is a guy who puts sugar cubes in his coffee?
Yeah.
All right. Moving on, other things that you claim make you sleazy is you don't buy pornography from the store. You go in, you look at it, and you take pictures.
I'm back, baby.
Yeah, what happened there, Sleazy?
Syd popped in.
Oh, I guess he wanted to get in on the sleaze.
Yeah.
Apparently, you go to stores, you rifle through the pages of pornographic magazines. You never buy them, and you just take pictures of the magazine with your phone.
Yeah, magazine business is over, baby. I'm all about technology,
Oh, so
pornography.
you're supporting technology, but you're stealing images.
Hold on, I'm gonna go into this house and take some shit.
Wait, so so this looks a lot like the Hamburglar.
That was stolen from me too.
Oh, you really? Tell me more.
Yeah, well, I used to go into the back, into the fire exit at the local McDonald's, and I would steal the burger in my getup.
Okay, that's pretty sleazy, but you
And then
also have-
people say somebody's burgling those hamburgers, and I said, "That's great. I'm gonna write that into a sitcom pilot and pitch it to CBS."
right. Well,
So
it
I
also,
go in.
Mhm.
Les Moonves is there. And I said, "I thought you worked at NBC." And he said, "Nope, CBS now." So I pitched it to him. And the next thing I know, McDonald's has a whole new campaign.
Well, yeah, I also noticed you're wearing a purple shirt, so you look like a combo of the Hamburglar and Grimace.
Yeah, that's right. Grimace was stolen from me because I have the same body.
Oh, you're the same. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pear-shaped.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, doing the sleazy slump. I want to see everyone. Now you're just doing the dance from Thriller, which
That was stolen
Yes.
from me.
of course, yeah. So you're telling me that Michael Jackson stole the choreography from Thriller from
Yeah.
you?
Yeah,
But
exactly.
you're 38.
Yeah. Well, I died.
Oh, wait, you died?
Yeah, I died. And I was buried underground, but they were mistaken.
Wait, what?
I was bitten by a rare breed of spider, so my blood temporarily stopped pumping. So, thinking I was dead, they buried me underground. And then, once the effects of the spider bite went away, I woke up and I got out of my grave and I went, "Let me get out of here."
And that's the
And Michael Jackson was there. And he
Yeah,
saw
Michael
me, he
Jackson was
saw it.
hanging out at a graveyard trying to come up with the
Yeah,
dance.
with a little boy. I didn't want to get into it. I don't know. I thought they were paying homage to that boy's parents, but who knows?
Right. In any event, so this is a real laundry list, Sleazy Darren. Halloween is coming up. You allege that you steal from UNICEF baskets.
Yeah, that's right. I always have exact change because I got all those pennies.
Yeah. So you're still purchasing these pennies.
Yeah. They have to take them legally.
Well, this also says that you like to go to buffets and sneeze onto the food.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's
seriously sneezy.
yeah, seriously sneezy. So not only are you Sleazy Darren, you're Sneezy Darren. You have allergies or what?
I do. I have bad allergies.
Well, this
It's
other one,
no laughing matter. If anybody
No,
has allergies out there,
that's the line you
Take a pill.
refuse to cross.
yeah.
Now we're getting a little. You were crass earlier. This says that you're banned from sperm banks.
Yeah. I'm too good.
Well, what does that mean?
I make too much cum.
Wait, you're saying that your samples have too much volume?
Yeah, they have a lifetime supply of my cum.
So they've got too much of your semen.
That's right.
All right, so
Seriously, sploogey.
all right, so that one of course doesn't rhyme as well as the other ones. This one doesn't seem that bad in comparison, that you like to hang out at college parties.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's about where it begins and ends.
yeah.
Well, Sleazy Darren, is there anything you'd like to let our viewers know about how to keep it sleazy?
Well, I mean, do the sleazy slump.
Yeah.
And if you know any big TV executives at any of the cable networks, let me know. And
All right, well-
I've got plenty of good ideas.
Well, Sleazy Darren, I can't thank you enough for being here. This was enlightening. I think I can speak for our entire fan base when I say that the sleazy slump is going to be the dance move that really takes over the autumn season. Yeah, this is a new part of
The
it.
sleazing.
Yeah, before you leave, can you give us a quick how-to on how to do the sleazy slump?
Well, you can follow me on TikTok for more dance tutorials.
Yeah, what's your account?
At Sleazy.
Oh, so why not Sleazy Darren?
Because I forgot my own name.
Oh, you forgot your own name. Well,
Yeah.
can you quickly show us how to do the sleazy slump?
So step 1, you pop your shoulder. There.
Now, are you
Raise
going?
your hands.
Yeah.
And then you do the opposite.
So as long as you have your wrist limp and you're going in and out, you're doing this. You're doing this. Yours is a little slow.
Yeah.
So everyone right now is doing the sleazy slump. All right, Darren. Well, thanks so much for being here tonight, and I hope we'll talk soon.
Rock and roll.
Yeah, rock and roll indeed. Folks, that's Sleazy Darren, and that's our show. It is 10:12 p.m. We're all getting ready to go to the bathroom, wash our itty-bitty faces, brush our teeth, comb our hair, get into our bedroom, nuzzle under our covers, and think about our day and what is to come. Well, when I think about my day, I think about how I took a nice little walk, had a poutine that was nice, ate it in the park, came home, turned all my lights off, closed my blinds, took a nap, woke up at 8 o'clock, set up my set, and I did a show. I talked to Syd Rod, I talked to Steph Mercier Voyer, and I talked to Sleazy Darren for the first time. So overall, I had a pretty great last day of being 32. And I hope you had a good day too, and I hope you have an even better day tomorrow. Stop by, join us. There's a birthday party going on. You're invited. Get your little Aunt Fannies over to your computer chair, 9 p.m., when we either have the greatest show in the history of At Home with James, or things are so out of control that we may never do this show again. But who am I kidding? I'll be back after that on Tuesday. Until then, thanks so much for being here. I appreciate it. Appreciate you. I am James. You are you. We were here. Good night. Goodbye. Farewell. And be well.